Emily, everybody has that place in their house, whether it's a room, a closet, or for most, a junk drawer,
Yes.
where they just shove everything that they don't want to look at and put it away.
Yes.
But that can sometimes cause a lot of clutter, not only in your space, but in your mind. And so today, you're going to give us some tips and tricks of how to declutter that space and make it pretty again. Believe
That's
it or
right.
not, a junk drawer can be pretty.
It can.
So let's get started. What are some of the things that you do when it goes into organizing a space or a drawer?
Absolutely. So what we like to start with is we like to acknowledge the person's own taste. And so there are a lot of different organizational options available on the market. And so it can be, a lot of people love like a farmhouse feel. A lot of people like white acrylic. A lot of people like baskets, whatever it is. And so we sort of develop our own little version of an interior design sort of template about what they really want things to look like. What else is amazing about organizing is then you're really allowed to take visual inventory. And so a lot of times, especially in a pantry, people over or underbuy because they're unaware of all of the things that they have. And so it really allows us to declutter, start a process, almost start a template of like, I would like to have this many of this many things.
Yeah,
and so
absolutely.
a couple really, really easy steps that we always recommend. We love to line the cabinet. The reason that this is important, especially when they're full wood, is we want to prevent any scratching from the bottom surface. We want to maintain the integrity of the actual cabinetry. A lot of times we're dealing with liquid, and so that is another thing too. So think about like cleaners, solvents, like a laundry detergent.
Yeah.
A lot of times they can leak out, and then they affect the bottom layer. And so again, lining is a really easy, very simple step. I love, this is sort of silly, but this one is called Zip and Fit. And the reason that I love it is because it's perforated and you can tear it.
Oh, that is really nice.
I know. A lot of the other ones you have to roll out, measure, cut, and then I'm a sucker for straight lines.
Oh, absolutely.
This is the thing for professional organization.
Yes,
and
yes.
so then what we do is we like to unbox, because a lot of times boxes carry unnecessary clutter. And so things like taking the batteries out of the box, really understanding what do I have, what do I still need.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you find too with the unboxing, it allows to give people a visual of like, they won't forget that they have all these batteries still here. They don't need to buy them at the store. So when
That's
you open the
exactly
junk
right.
drawer, it's not just looking at that box and becoming used to that, but really seeing what you have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that visual inventory
Yeah.
that we talked about. I love acrylic bins. A lot of times these lock together. These don't. But again, the lining helps. We don't want things to be sliding
Yep,
around
nice
in the
grip.
drawer. We want everything to have a space. So gone is the time of, I just don't know where that key is, or I just don't know where my stamps are.
Yep.
And so in a hurry, I'm going to have to run to the post office because I just can't find them. And so here, I know where it is. I know exactly what I need. The like the speaker has its charger right next door, and for whatever reason, if you need your inventory information, it's also there.
Everything has its own home.
Yes, exactly.
And that's important. What
Exactly.
what is one of your tips that you think people often overlook or don't think of most of the time when it comes to these things?
I think people don't recognize the amount of time that it really takes. The amount of time that they waste or spend even looking for things or trying to get their life more organized. It feels disheveled. It feels overwhelming, right? Where do I start? And a lot of time, a junk drawer is a phenomenal place to start. It's small enough that you can do it typically in an hour.
Yeah.
And it is okay to hire for temporary help. That's another big thing. So a lot of times people really need their whole homes organized, and we can do that. We can do an entire overhaul. We can help you design. We can help you build things out with our interior design partners. We can help you do anything. But other times people just want a couple of hours of assistance to get them going and get them started, and we can do that too.
Yeah. So if sometimes, or if someone, you know, like they said, open their junk drawer and they're like, yep, nope, I'm going to shut it.
Yes.
They can call you and you can come in and you can show them step by step to help start that process.
Absolutely.
Maybe even give them the confidence to organize some of their own things on their own.
Absolutely.
Kind of use it as a stepping stone. Or, like you said, come in and do the whole home so you don't have to
Absolutely.
worry about it. Emily, walk me through a couple more tips and tricks for people to utilize in their spaces.
Of course. So one of my favorite things to do is to teach people about the porosity of their stone. Maybe that seems a little bit silly, but a lot of times when we're dealing with stone from the earth, we have a softness scale. It's called the Mohs hardness scale. 1 is talc, 10 is diamond. Somewhere in the middle on the lower end is marble. It's actually very soft. It's very malleable. And so things like acidic cleaners and alkaline cleaners aren't safe. And so what we love to recommend are these sort of little soapstone holders, a lot of times in a kitchen. And so what we do with these is it's still very aesthetically pleasing, but we love to teach people a couple things. One, put your fruits, your lemons, your limes, all of that sort of stuff in a bowl on your counter. Don't place things directly on your counter. We want to protect the integrity of the substance, and that's really the goal behind everything that we do. But these things are also nice to put your soap on, your olive oil, anything like that, because again, you're protecting the integrity.
Absolutely.
Another small thing are these. I'm not even going to call this right, a spinner. That is not what that's.
A spinning tray, maybe.
A spinning
or
tray.
I
love
that.
I love that. Yes. And a lot of times people just want something to feel aesthetically pleasing. So no one, maybe they do, but in my experience, no one loves laundry. But sometimes if you can walk into a laundry room and things feel pretty
and organized,
then it makes things a little less painful. And so
Absolutely.
we love, again, visual inventory is really important. How much do I have of something? And so we take things out of a bulk container, usually, that is not see-through, and we put it in a safe container for the product. You do have to make sure that what you're putting things into can handle the chemical composition of what's inside. That's really important. And now I can accurately measure. So every pump is typically 1/4 of a cup. And so I can accurately measure all the things that I really need.
Wow, yeah.
And I love to place things like this in here. Again, simple thing. Protect the integrity of the stone or the wood shelf that you're placing things on.
Yeah.
It's very important. It's easy to do and almost impossible to restore once things are damaged.
And it looks like it would save space too, because you can put other little knickknacks in there and spin it to find it versus moving things around and then creating more chaos. So you're thinking smarter.
Absolutely. That's right. That's absolutely right.
Well, thank you so much, Emily. You are a wealth of knowledge. And if you want to learn more about Immaculate Home to take some chaos out of your life and bring some more organization into your day-to-day activities, you can learn more about it on our website at 9and10news.com.